so classic. I swear different. What you say? Kokolio, it's so fussing. Now every day I do this. 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 Soon on everything I know you to say. You and your friends, who gossiping every day. But I want every day I do this. Sometimes I think it's fun. I tell her to be positive. Come to my house, what you need and you drink. Go to money, what you got to for me. What did they say? And they cannot need to do the life. Be everything and every day that I would do. So, no dispatch, the better we can get you out. Not keep last, nobody can be you. Go, every day, every day, don't want you to go. Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything and every day, something that we produce. Here all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, yeah, let them do the play. I'm not different. When chicken say, go, it's so classic. I swear different. When chicken say, go, it's so fussy. Now every day I do this. 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 We for only get back in some money, not a team. You are for my case. I'm happy. Are you near? Get my fabulous. Snaka, I'm more than Snaka. You don't get my hope, and you need it. And what the back or let us see another bit. So, what that's so I have to celebrate. Yeah, I do say the road, yeah, I do the road. You are who might be a one and you. The person like your family, the cow, you have to live for my leave of my chat. I step up on the one and they track it from word and you want to say it. And if you need for my let me know. Say my body, you are chill, shaka, of your passenger for Sunday. With all this Sunday, what's the only different? When chicken say, go, it's so classic. I swear different. When chicken say, go, it's so fussy. Now every day I do this. 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 Oh. If you're behind, I can't see you. Oh. If you're down, anywhere, touch the anywhere, what is that? My house is true. As different, if you can't wait, you carry us through.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and body, don't take law in your hand for the real authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must take it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, going to put it to each.
Good morning to you folks, and it's good to be here this beautiful morning, the 28th day of July, and the year is 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and following us, whether you are watching us or listening via your radio. I want to say good morning and welcome to this brand new presentation of the program from the Pre-News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exeter's Best Price Store, your retail and wholesale, that's wholesale store. Those of you who want to throw that special occasion, maybe you have your little spot and you want stuff, Exeter's Best Price Store, they got everything there for you. And trust me, when you take $100 there, 100 US or maybe 20,000 Liberian dollars to buy, the stuff you will get with value more than that money, because they are very cheap. Your cheaper wholesale and retail store, Exeter's Best Price Store, with 2 branches. One is on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. The other one is down Gurley Street. And last but not the least, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, been around for more than 20 years and still providing that quality services to the people of Liberia. They are one of the giants in the petroleum business in this country. So, folks, that's it. I'm your lone presenter. Esther Daku is not in today. Esther is on a special assignment, so I'm going to be your lone presenter with 2 dealers in our studio this morning. We have the Front Page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. That's the Inquirer newspaper, okay? So we are about to run you through these papers in our studio. Let's begin now with the Front Page Africa newspaper. But you keep playing the Win Liberia cash giveaway. You're playing with 100 Liberian dollars today, or 50 cents US. So if you're playing with button phone, it's *255*1#. If you're playing with smartphone, it's *255*1 double hatch. All right. I want somebody to win 5,000. I want somebody to win 10,000. So when I come back after this program, I'm going to pay out to you. So let's begin with the headlines. Top stories first. Regional news. Peace is not an abstract idea. Sierra Leone's President Bio recalls wartime service in Liberia and urges deeper regional unity and vigilance to protect peace and democracy. And another story says urgent speedy investigation. Bishop Brown calls for swift LMP probe into Fuller woman and police incident. Appeals for calm and religious tolerance. And then confession of failure. Confession of failure. Protest organizers say Bwaka's Independence Day speech validates demands and urge immediate action on Titan Count petition. So we'll have to take a few lines from that story. Very interesting. Those of you who are watching us, please, if you're watching us, we want you to help share the live. And don't just like, you can also comment. All right, please. We advise that you help us share the live. Well, let's get to what the organizer of the Enough is Enough protest made of the president's July 26 message. So let me get to that story. I'm trying to make my way there. Let's see what it says. I'm trying to get there. Yes, I'm there. We will take a few lines from here. With just days remaining before the expiration of a 14-day ultimatum to President Joseph Boakai, the organizers of the July 17 Enough is Enough mass protest have renewed their call for urgent and decisive action in response to their Titan Count recommendations. In a statement issued Sunday, the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day stand in alliance with We the People movement and other collaborating civil society organizations, declared that President Bwaka's recent acknowledgement of skyrocketing prices and economic hardship during Liberia's 178th Independence Day celebration amounts to a belated but undeniable admission of failure. This public confession, though overdue, is a clear validation of the grievances echoed by tens of thousands of Liberians who took to the streets on July 17. Stan said in the strongly worded statement, "It is time for the president to cast aside pride, reject the arrogance of power, and act decisively to arrest the deepening crisis." The group accused the Central Bank of Liberia of misrepresenting the country's economic reality and misleading the public, asserting that President Bwaka's admission exposes those false claims of stability. A petition resubmitted and a warning issued. The movement formally resubmitted its Titan Count petition to the president, demanding sweeping reforms and accountability. The petition includes calls for the dismissal and prosecution of corrupt officials, audits of key public institutions, including the NSA, Public Works, LPRC, and the National Port Authority, prosecution of top security officials for police brutality and alleged unlawful killings, economic reforms to combat the rising cost of living and youth unemployment, and public transparency on contracts, legislative spending, and drug enforcement policy. 2 additional counts have been added: a full audit of the national legislature and tougher laws against air and maritime drug trafficking. Stan emphasized that the demands are not appeals for clarity or for charity, but assertions of the people's right to justice, security, and dignity. Well, that's good. That's good. And I want to say kudos to the group Stan for, resubmitting their Titan Counts petition to the president of Liberia. But these are the big stories we're about to bring you. It says President Bwaka pledges to build a national war memorial and declares day of prayer, and drawing caution's praise. backing JMB's move. This sacred monument would not only commemorate the falling, but will also serve as a call to conscience for generations to come. A powerful reminder that the peace we enjoy today was never free. It was earned through courage, paid for in sacrifice, and must be preserved by unity. Joseph Nyima Bwaka, President of Liberia. Commissioning such a memorial is great. Let us not plan and promise what we cannot deliver. Setting up a new body is a waste and will require funding, which is in short supply. The most urgent right now is the funding to the War and Economic Crimes Court. That should be the president's priority. The donors aren't going to give a dime if they do not see a genuine commitment from the government of Liberia, who is saying this. Global Justice and Research Project Director Hassan Bility. And let's get to a few lines from there. Right, let's get few lines. Okay. Let's get to a few lines from that story. Okay, let's see where we can get that story. Yes, this should be it. I'm right there. President Joseph Bwaka announced his government will soon commission a national war memorial to honor the victims of Liberia's brutal civil wars and the peacekeepers from the Economic Community of West African States who died in the conflicts. The president made the announcement during the official celebration of the country's 178th independence celebration held on Saturday at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion in Monrovia. Bwaka's pledge came exactly 3 weeks after he openly apologized to victims of the civil wars at a national healing, reconciliation, and unity event, a move applauded by experts. The wars claim an estimated 250,000 lives, displaced millions, and destroyed the country's infrastructure. The president said he decided to commission the memorial after months of consultations. This sacred monument will not only commemorate the falling, but will also serve as a call to conscience for generations to come. A powerful reminder that the peace we enjoy today was never free, said Bwaka. It was earned through courage, paid for in sacrifice, and must be preserved by unity. The erection of memorials for victims of the wars and West African peacekeepers who died in them is one of the 207 recommendations of Liberia's 2009 Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. The report said recommended that memorial sites be built in the capital cities of each county to include every site of massacres. Another Truth Commission recommendation was for the creation of a National Memorial Day for those killed during the civil conflict and to show respect for the survivors. Although Bwaka did not explicitly mention a National Memorial Day during his Independence Day speech, he did declare a National Day of Prayer to be held this Wednesday. On this day, I call on all Liberians, our partners, and everyone in the borders of Liberia to gather in our churches, mosques, and other places of worship to seek God's face. Said Bwaka. We should ask for his continued blessing upon our land and to renew our confidence for peace, unity, and a reconciled Liberia. By these moves and his decision established of an office to create war and economic crimes courts, experts said Bwaka is setting himself apart from the country's two post-war presidents, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, whom he served for 12 years as vice president, and George Weah, whom he succeeded. Neither made any substantial steps to enact Truth Commission's recommendations, experts said their resistance was in part because of the need to win the political support of Prince Johnson, the Nima County senator who was also number one of the Truth Commission list of 160 most notorious perpetrators from the wars. Johnson died in November. Bouakai has won praise for transitional justice advocates for his recent actions. Frances Greaves, who was part of Liberian Women Mass Action for Peace, the movement that helped force warring factions to sign a peace agreement nearly 22 years ago, also welcomed the president's initiative, calling it a positive step, which she said will help with our reconciliation and healing process. But she cautioned that the effort needs to be or to have knowledgeable people in charge. It is necessary that this whole thing is not something that will be like a quick impact. It should be something that will be taught properly, that when it is done, it would yield the desired result. Commissioning such a memorial is great, said Hassan Bility, director of the Global Justice and Research Project, which together with Civitas Maxima, its Swiss partner, has helped American and European judiciary, that's jurisdictional authorities, document war-related crimes in Liberia. But he warned that with recent cuts to U.S. and European support for Liberia's transitional justice process and government failing to provide promised funds for the office for the courts, the memorial must not sidetrack the justice process. Let us not plan and promise what we cannot deliver, he said by WhatsApp messages. Setting up a new body is a waste and will require funding, which is in short supply. The most urgent right now is the funding to the War and Economic Crimes Court. That should be the president's priority. The donors aren't going to give a dime if they do not see a genuine commitment from the government of Liberia. Well, folks, that does it for that story. And finally, it says, President Bouakai heeds to national orators' advice, sets up commission to probe contradicting economic trend, falling import costs but continue high commodity prices, finding solutions to high costs of living. This is very interesting. Let's take a few lines from here. Very interesting story. Let's get to it. And it says here, President Joseph Bouakai has announced the establishment of a high-level presidential ad hoc committee to investigate and recommend practical solutions to the country's rising cost of living. The Liberian leader's decision, made during his official address marking the country's 178th Independence Day celebration at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion in Monrovia, comes in direct response to a call from this year's Independence Day orator, Emmett L. Dunn. Dunn, who serves as Presidential Special Envoy for Partnership and Philanthropy, used his national platform to urge President Bouakai to take bold and immediate steps to address the country's worsening economic crisis. In a tone both urgent and uncompromising, Dunn said, "A hungry child cannot wait for the macroeconomic policy. A farmer without tools cannot wait for committee reports. And a mother who cannot afford health care for her child does not need promises. She needs solution." Oh, Mr. Dunn, thank you so much for what you said on our Independence Day. His remarks drew solemn silence from the audience and sparked immediate reaction from President Bouakai, who acknowledged the president's contradiction between falling import costs and stubbornly high prices of goods and services across the country. The contradiction, where import costs have fallen yet market prices remain high, requires urgent attention. President Waka said, therefore, I am establishing a high-level presidential ad hoc committee to investigate these disparities and recommend practical solutions for our immediate action. Small, we are marching. The president named Vice President Jeremiah Cohn as chair of the committee, citing his experience in both public service and private enterprise. The committee has been tasked with submitting a full report within 45 days. It is expected to examine key drivers of inflation in Liberia's markets and propose actionable recommendations to alleviate the economic burden on ordinary Liberians. Well, folks, let's leave it right there. And that was centered around our talking points this morning. Let's get to the Inquirer newspaper. And let's see here, the Inquirer newspaper. Those of you who are watching us, here is the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. And I hope you can get a clearer view from where you are. So let's get to the stories. It says here, opposition parties must not be demonized. 178th Independence Day orator stresses. The orator of Liberia's 178th Independence Day celebration has called for greater respect toward opposition parties, cautioning that they must not be demonized or treated as enemies of the state. Delivering a keynote address on Saturday, July 26, at the official ceremony held at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion in Monrovia, under the theme One People, One Destiny, Healing the Past, Building the Future, the national orator, Reverend Emmett Lafayette Dunn, stressed that democracy is not the property of any single ruling party, but rather a system that thrives on diverse opinions and constructive debate. He warned that silencing opposing voices is a dangerous path for any nation. A nation where opposition voices are silenced is a nation walking into darkness, he said, urging Liberians to embrace political disagreements as a vital form of national advocacy. According to him, Liberia's democratic progress depends on a delicate but essential balance, adding that Liberia needs strong government, but it also needs strong opposition so that together they form a continuation of the story. Is very, 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 very. Look, this guy, they got not small guy. Emmett Dunn. Yeah, man, he ready to satisfy me that day. I'm telling you. So the continuation is right here. He says, yeah, where did we stop? It says they form the engines that help the ship of democracy go sailing still. Reverend Dunn urged Liberians to rise above division, favoritism, and partisanship, and instead embrace peace, justice, and patriotism as the guiding principles for building a prosperous nation. He emphasized that while Liberians may come from different counties, bear different names, and speak different languages, they are bound by one identity and share a common destiny. Destiny is not a fate, it is a choice. It is the result of intentional action. Whether that destiny leads to division or unity, to poverty or prosperity, will depend on the choices we make today, he said. He stressed that the future of the country must not be dictated by the past, neither by events of 170 years ago, nor by those of 20 years ago, but rather by the collective decisions made in the present. So let us choose peace over provocation, justice over favoritism, patriotism over partisanship, he urged. Let us choose each other again and again and again. For by doing so, we celebrate the fact that we are one people, striving for one destiny, he added. According to him, a striving democracy demands both strong governance and a vibrant, respected opposition, reminding Liberians that democracy is not a spectator sport nor the crowning of a single ruling party, but rather the constant exchange of ideas, the clash of visions for the common good. Let us not fear disagreement, or let us not fear a party. Let us debate passionately, but respect one another deeply, he said. However, this year's Independence Day program brought together leaders from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Senegal, and Guinea-Bissau, high-level government officials, opposition leaders, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, traditional authorities, civil society representatives, and ordinary citizens. Reverend Dunn is a seasoned international leader, ordained clergy, and passionate advocate for global mission and national development. He currently serves pro bono as Presidential Special Envoy for Partnership and Philanthropy in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Liberia, a position to which he was appointed by President Joseph Boakai. He is also the Executive Secretary and CEO of Lord Carey Baptist Foreign Mission Convention, an influential global Christian missional community rooted in African American Baptist heritage. Well, folks, we can stop right there and grab more stories here from the Inquirer newspaper. SRC, and that's the Salala Rubber Corporation and Jetty Rubber Fate over 7,000 on Liberia's Independence Day. And the government delivers 42 new ultrasound machines to strengthen healthcare. That's good news. The Ministry of Health has received 42 brand new ultrasound machines aimed at improving maternal health services and diagnostic capacity across Liberia. Funded by the government of Liberia, the cutting-edge ultrasound systems, Medre Z50 models, will be deployed to hospitals and major health centers nationwide to enhance access to quality and affordable health care for all citizens and residents. The machines, mounted on durable trolleys for mobile and static use, feature state-of-the-art imaging capabilities, including mobile color modes, convex and linear probes, 3D/4D endocavity imaging, live smart face, smart B, auto IMT package, and ice kit. Continuation of the story is on page 10, but that's good news for Liberia. And let's move you to the back page. Students learning under harsh conditions in Maryland County. This is the county where our general manager, Oliver Kine, comes from. All right, students learning under harsh conditions in Maryland. Students attending the Polar Elementary and Junior High School in Harper District are enduring harsh learning conditions due to the deteriorating state of their school building, particularly during the rainy season. Community members told the Inquirer newspaper that the roof of the building is in such poor condition, that classes are often interrupted whenever it rains. During an interview on July 25, Mr. Pascal Mariam, a concerned resident, described the school as the only accessible educational facility serving school-age children in the entire Polar community. According to Mr. Mariam, the roof leaks badly, making it impossible for students to remain in the classroom when it rains during school hours. He added that the community has made several attempts over the years to engage local education authorities on the matter, but their effort has yielded no results. Only during the rainy season or only during election seasons do politicians seem to take us seriously, he articulated. Once elections are over, we receive no support from the government, not even at the level of the County Development Fund. In response, Maryland County Education Officer Larry Nimle confirmed the school's dire condition. He revealed that Poli Elementary and Junior High School is a community school initiated and constructed by Street Child, a nonprofit organization operating in the region. Mr. Nime further explained that although the Ministry of Education took over the management of 7 schools in the Hapa district as part of a recent intervention, Poli School was not included in that initiative. He assured that efforts are on the way to address the problem if there is a recognized need. We can begin the process of establishing a case for government funding to renovate the school, he said. Alternatively, we may need to work with the community to raise the necessary funds for repairs. The county education officer disclosed that he is currently preparing a proposal aimed at attracting the attention of political stakeholders and potential donors. The proposal will also highlight other schools in dire need of rehabilitation across Barabo and other parts of Maryland County. He pointed out that schools like Grand Kavala Public School and 7 others recently benefited from similar repair initiatives through funding secured during the 2024 and 2025 academic year. And then lastly, CSA enforces civil service exam requirement for all public servants. The Civil Service Agency has announced that effective Monday, July 28th, it would no longer process personnel action notices from ministries, agencies, and commissions unless they are accompanied by a valid certificate showing successful completion of the civil service examination. The announcement was made by CSA Director General Josiah F. Joka during the Ministry of Information's regular press briefing, signaling a significant national shift toward merit-based recruitment as mandated by Chapter 3, Section 3.2.1 of the Civil Service Standing Orders. This directive is in strict adherence to the law. There shall be no exceptions. All appointments must be based on competence and merit, not personnel connections or should be personal connections or political favor, Joka emphasized. The policy aligns with President Joseph Boakar's arrest agenda, which prioritizes accountability, reform, recovery, efficiency, service delivery, and transparency. Central to the reform is the National Civil Service Testing Center, a computerized facility officially launched on October 31, 2024 by Vice President Jeremiah Kmankun. The center replaces the outdated paper-based testing system with digital exams to ensure transparency and timely assessments. To prepare for the transition, the CSA conducted a nationwide mock testing phase from May 5 to June 20, involving 158 participants, 129 males and 29 females. Although the results were not counted, the trial successfully tested the system's readiness. Since the official launch of the civil service exam on June 23, a total of 82 candidates, 60 males and 22 females, have sat the test. Joka encouraged broader participation, addressing public skepticism that the exams are either rigged or too difficult. This process is for all Liberians. It is not about who you know, but what you know, he said. Nothing that testimonials from successful candidates will be shared to boost public confidence. Under the standing orders, all applicants for classified civil service positions are required to take and pass the exam except for 2 exempted categories: professionals certified by national or international bodies, including medical doctors, nurses, engineers, chartered accountants, auditors, and project management professionals, general support staff in non-testable roles, such as drivers, dispatchers, janitors, gardeners, cooks, and pages, Joka clarified that these exemptions are narrowly defined to preserve the integrity of critical government roles. All right, folks, we will have to stop you right there. Well, that's all the stories we brought you this morning. So we're about to take our break. But before we take our break, let's do the recap for you, right? Let's recap those stories we brought to you this morning. And we started with the front page Africa, and these are stories we brought to you. Top stories: peace is not an abstract idea. Sierra Leone's President Biel recalls wartime service in Liberia, urges deeper regional unity and vigilance to protect peace and democracy. And another story says, urgent speedy investigation. Bishop Brown calls for swift LMP probe into Fuller woman and police incident, appeals for calm and religious tolerance. And confession of failure. Protest organizers say Bwaka's Independence Day speech validates demands and urge immediate action on the Titan Count petition. President Bwaka pledges to build a national war memorial and declares day of prayer and drawing caution's praise, backing GNB's move. And Hassan Bilati, Director, Global Justice and Research Project, says, commissioning such a memorial is great. Let us not plan and promise what we cannot deliver. Setting up a new body is a waste and will require funding, which is in short supply. The most urgent right now is the funding to the War and Economic Crimes Court. That should be the president's priority. The donors aren't going to give a dime if they do not see a genuine commitment from the government of Liberia. And then lastly, President Bwaka heeds to national orators' advice, sets up commission to probe contradicting economic trend, falling import costs but continue high commodity prices, finding solutions to high costs of living. And that does it for the front page Africa. The Inquirer, opposition party must not be demonized. 178 Independence Day orator stresses. SRC and Jetty rubber fate over 7,000 on Liberia's Independence Day. And the government delivers 42 new ultrasound machines to strengthen healthcare. To the back page, let's take you to the back page. Students learning under harsh conditions in Maryland. CSA enforces civil society exam required for all public servants. Well, folks, that does it for the front page Africa and the Inquirer newspaper. Let's take word from our sponsor. When we come back, we'll run you through the talk this morning.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LRD market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in toto ichiki. Bila living.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, If you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
The people stopping crime for all of us. They ain't say for Wendell. They say for all of us. All of us. That's why the people stopping crime for all of us in the country here. Crime stoppers. So we hope that they can get support, the needed support to, enhance their smooth operation. Because, stopping crime in this country or, fighting to minimize crimes in this country is a holistic thing. It's not something that, we need to decentralize it because crime is not only committed in Montserrado. All right. In the other counties, there are crimes every day. So let's do all we can to give Crime Stoppers the support. And I also want to say to those of you who are running your restaurant, you have a little shop, or you sell, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and you're looking for a place where you can go to buy them for cheaper price, where you can make some profit for yourself. Well, folks, I recommend to you Exodus Best Price Store. They are right there on Gurley Street. The owner of Exodus Entertainment Center, and they have another branch on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. And those of you in the country, you're looking for a gasoline company to supply you and do XY, your monthly supply, your daily supply. We recommend to you Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. Their head office is right there opposite NAFA headquarters on the Bourgeois Island. But folks, it's good having all of you watching, and let's get to our Wayne Liberia cash giveaway before we can get to our talking points. All right. I told you we have 3 cash prizes today, but I don't want to pay to anybody $4,000. I won't pay from $5,000 to $10,000. And right after the show, I'm going to pay. So I don't know who is that person that is about to win $10,000 or $5,000. But you have to play the game. You're playing with 100 Liberian dollars. All right. If you want to play, you must make sure you have 100 Liberian dollars on your phone or more than that. Nothing less than that. If you want to play in US dollars, make sure you have 50 cents on your phone or more than that. So I don't want to pay out to anybody today $4,000. I just want every time I call somebody, I'm paying $5,000, I'm paying $10,000. That's what I'm going to do. Or that's what I'm told to do. All right. So I have up to 2 o'clock to do it. All right. So if you want to play, if you have a smartphone and you want to play, make sure you have money on your MTN mobile wallet. You're playing with a smart. I'm talking about those of you that have the big phones. If you want to play, this is how you play. you dial star 255 star 1 double hatch. Star 255 star 1 double hatch. That's how you play for those of you using the smartphones. And if you don't have a smartphone, you want to play, you have a button phone, you're thinking you can be a part, it's a lie. You can be a part. So if you want to play from your button phone, you have to dial star 255 star 1 hatch. All right. So when we come back at 12:30 following the commercials, that's after the print news, we go for our commercials. And when we get into our program, the Freedom Serenade time, that's when I'm going to be paying out. So every time I ring somebody number, it means I'm coming to give that person $5,000 or $10,000. So maybe you put $1,000 on your phone, you say you won't play. Oh, trust me, you stand a better chance. If you play $1,000, you win $4,000, that's a lot. If you play $1,000, you win $10,000, that's a lot. You play $1,000, you win $5,000, that's a lot. So trust me, the more you play, you stand a better chance to win. So folks, let's come to our talking points. Liberia, we just celebrated 178 years. Yeah. 178. Somebody and I was discussing, and the person said there is no need for us to have all of this year, age, or what have you, and then we have nothing to show as a country. So I said, what do you mean? He said, look at other African countries that are 50 years, they're 60 years. Liberia tripled them. But see how far they're going in terms of development. I'm talking about, human capacity building, infrastructural development, and you just name it, job creation and all of that. There are other African countries that have gone far ahead of us. But we continue to say we oldest African country and we have less population, but our people are still going to bed on empty stomach. People are still struggling to get their children to school. The hospitals are in dire need because there is no good facilities at those big hospitals we get in our country. You go to the hospital, the people put you in plastic chair to administer, drip and what have you. So the guy was, we know that what the 178 thing, we're just running away. I said, there's nothing we can do. That's the age we have. And the guy was so, concerned about the population of our country. He said, other countries that got more population than us, they are still making headways. But we're still struggling with them. So I don't know. But we listened to Reverend Dunn. And, some of the things that Reverend spoke about in his oration are the very things we've been talking here since the inception or even before this government could come to power. Look, let me say this. I'm sitting here, I got good friends. Good friends. We've been friends for years, and we are still friends that are into this government. But look, let's speak the fact. Let's speak reality. Let's speak truth to power. Yes, the government may be making some moves, some positive moves here and there. But the most important thing, my people in this country, the bread and butter issue. You listen to the orator. Is it that woman there who's sitting there, whose child needs medication? She's not going to be waiting to say we're making plans to make sure. She will just be waiting while you're making plans. So these are things that he said that we need, that hungry child over there will not be waiting for a macroeconomic thing to get set up before that child can eat. So you see, the orator was more concerned about the bread and butter issue of our country. And he spoke about opposition being demonized by this regime. The country where the opposition voices are silenced, that country is headed for darkness. Because if you cannot have critical voices in the country that will put you to check, then it's useless. That means that everything you're doing, whether it's good or bad, nobody there to put you to check. So opposition parties or opposition leaders shouldn't be demonized. Everybody should have their say in this country. And we should respect people for what they say, their opinions on issues of national concern. We should respect them. Yes, you may be for that side, I may be for the other side. It doesn't mean that we are enemies. It doesn't mean that we should throw punch. You know, we disagree to agree. That's how intellectuals behave. But you know, when people are limited, they get so angry, you know, when you're trying to put them on track, you know, they're quick to your put up attitude. But I mean, the orator spoke my mind. Because look at our country. Look at Liberia today. Those things that are things of the past in other countries are the things that we're still struggling to get. And you know the thing that hurts me a lot, all the big countries around us, they were depending on us before. They were depending on us before. I was born in the 60s. I'm headed to my 60 years. So I saw a lot of things happening. In this country, there were goods that used to come to Liberia to go to other African countries. Oh, yes. Liberia was the heaven for other African countries today. But look at our country today. Nobody want to get involved in doing farming. Those days, when you hear somebody coming from the interior, you be so happy because you know why? When they coming from the interior, they bring in goats, they bring in chicken, they bring in coconut oil, they bring in red oil, they bring in coconuts, they bring in gari, farina, and you just name it. But the people coming from here now, they're buying Chinese rice, they're carrying it in the interior. Can you imagine? You go in the interior now, you can't get nothing. So, I mean, Liberia, we need to get together. Division cannot get us to where we want to be as a country. You know, all this hatred, all this hate we hold inside for one another, it wouldn't get us to anywhere. It will continue to keep us down. It will continue to keep us down. I'm telling you, other countries are progressing while Liberia is still retrogressing. Corruption is everywhere. Everybody want to get it for themselves. Not putting the interests of the peoples first, the people that elected you. See our lawmakers. See them. They're fighting over power. The people that ran this country for 130 years, we saw their leadership. Let's agree that it was a one-party system thing. But, I mean, they brought responsibility to the leadership. Oh, yes. You working for money, the government paying you. You work with the government car from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you park it. After that time, you use your own private car. We used to see it those days. When those ministers, those government officials, after working hours, you don't see them in the street so easily with government vehicles. They drive their private car. When you ask them, they will tell you that government car, so I'm supposed to park it at a particular hour. But this time, the government official then, you got to buy their car, you get in gasoline, you pay for their coke, you pay for their homes they're living in that they already built, like the central bank governor. And other people, the guy at the RAA, he stay renting his own car to the government paying him. Government getting money to buy a car, but the car where he get, he stay. What kind of country is this? Everybody just corrupt. Oh, that other man was there. You know what the man did for himself? You must sit down there. You say, you come in for Liberia first. Can you imagine that kind of mentality you go to public service with? So how do we move our country forward when the president is calling for reconciliation and he doesn't talk to the former president and order that? So how can we reconcile the country when the president, what we get, we're calling for reconciliation today, he keeping speech from people. And he's a deacon in the Baptist church. I'm sorry to say, no offense to the Baptist folks out there. But we have a president, because Turbo was a reverend. Turbo was a Baptist too. William Richard Turbo Jr., he was a Baptist. President for the World Baptist Alliance at the time he was executed. And we have another president who's a Baptist deacon in the Baptist church. He's a deacon, President Blanca. He's calling for reconciliation. But those people that he's supposed to be friendly with, he's not friend to them. So how do we reconcile the country when the president is not talking to some of his friends? He's so bitter with them. He is so bitter with them. Can you imagine? The president denying the former president of having access to some of the things that under his administration that was prepared. So how can we reconcile our country with all of these hatreds we hold in our heart for one another? Police brutality is all over the place. People go to express their grievances, they get beaten by the police. Police officers fighting among themselves, killing each other for boom, people boom. Yeah. So I don't know, but let's hear from Liberians. Let's go to the lines and hear from you. But don't forget to play and win your $5,000 and $10,000. All right. So we got school fees, registration, and all kind of things coming up. So you need money. Anybody will get money now. You got to use it wisely because you know that we got school right around. So you got to be very careful. So let's go and hear from our people. We'll read out your comments. Those of you watching, drop your comments. We'll read them out for you. So 0776-104-104, 0886-500-104. The WhatsApp line is also active, +231-86-500-104. And the female line 0770-297-016. All right. So let's say, let's take our first caller, this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Tell us your name and take your 1 minute, no time.
Hey, Pico, how you doing?
I'm fine, Johnny. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
I work for the public. This is Johnny Hackman from Broadway. Look, when the deception in this president is so alarming, I always listen to the president speaking of reconciliation. But the president, he has been considered as a chairman in chief. He don't speak to people. He don't speak to even the dissenter. He knows what they acknowledge that big girl for what he has done. Even the brother says another lane road at Ellen Thursday. The brother says another lane and Ellen to even have a dedicated road. The brother completed the ministerial complex. And even needed after what the back was leading, they were yelling on president to themselves. There's a slim right here. Then you want to take another person glory and add it to the July 26th glory. You see someone having a social Sunday on sports stadium, you're taking to say that the achievement of the Unity Party. How can that be? How will you tell the Liberian people that they go there, how come people are naked and wearing too? They go there, how come July 26th people go on the beach? They go there, how come people go on the stadium, to the stadium? So because they come there and you see people doing this, they show that they come there. Well, anyway, he is very sad, been killed for us for what we've been saying. So in other words, he's July 26th, and not in La Presse. So he's sending his vice like Kogia. Like 45 days, like you know, Kogia to be better. Come on, man. Just about that. I mean, help yourself, man. I'm out, brother.
Thank you, Johnny. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You have others on the line. Good afternoon. Ain't no time to waste.
I'm sorry. Good afternoon.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. Sidiki, welcome to the show.
Yeah, my brother, you are steady on. You see, people can always come in the country pretend that when they if Iraq it shouldn't be anybody. This is why I continue to vex this country. Because everybody looking at when they're not in power, it shouldn't be other people. And when they come, they don't bring new ideas to the table. Look at our president right now. You say you knew all the problems that are in Liberia. You have the solution to bring Liberia to the table. Right now, you're taking people that you commission, other people that go and set up committees to know the high cost of Liberia. Are you sincere to us? But other people, everything that you say against the other part administration, where you say everything you have continued to do it. So where are we heading to? Everything that you said the other part of the administration was doing. They were buying cars, they were buying private jets. You were not sincere to the Liberian people, and you continue to do the same thing.
Okay.
So one thing I can say, let me go to the article. You know, one thing I can always say that boy, just empower us with leadership. Every leader that come in the country, they will do their own thing better than other person. So if you want your can the other general will get you, but if you want they can't change, then they will only be there for their self-interest.
Thank you.
Thank you for your show.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. With the nation terminator. The news about the political slaughter to you this afternoon from the Congress City in Kongota. And let me appreciate you and appreciate the orator. You know, the orator spoke exactly what is going on in the Liberian people. Among disappointment is about the actions of the president. I see the president's actions are being dishonest, are being deceptive, and are being nationalistic. The president understands the sovereignty of the Liberian people. The president understands the hardship is not due to him when I'm saying constituting. The president is in the know of the 600 employees in 2024 that were moved for Ministry of State. That his government on the basis of education. The president understands about those 200 EPL officers that were removed from the executive mass on the basis of George Weah is not there. All these things bring them for economic hardship. All those people have been taken on the ministry agency. They have family people in their city today. It increases terrorism, it increases prostitution. Look at what happened to the street cleaners. You see people selling in the street, the police people, people keep a market in the whole of business. And the end of the day, they will come in the community, they become cancer, they become prostitute.
Okay.
And you see what going on the transport ministry today, you took a responsibility that's supposed to be given to the parents. You didn't give it to Lebanese. These people are protesting. Some of them are not strong enough. They will come faithful. This is the reason so the president is going to know about the high cost of living. The president took over thousands of motorcyclists. We are in the community now with us. Thousands of motorcyclists on business and doing regulation.
Okay. Thank you, Ibrahim. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Winda. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Your name and where you joined the conversation from?
Thank you very much. I do join from Ghana.
Let's hear you, sir. You have 1 minute to make a contribution. Go ahead.
Winda, our president just choose this day to make more because people voted and said they were voting out of anger. But Winda, to have a man who knew all of the foreign green campaign measures to stay into power and then not knowing what happening in our country right now because he's getting all of the glory. Mm-hmm. Everything is getting it on time. Where would Boaka come from to look at like when people say they have call living out of poor community together? When you are camping all around here, telling the people the hardship coming from this area because of the inability of George Weah that making it to people. So come to them, people say, I think it will be more good. We need to see how people can get together and move back in the government. There should be zero protest. If I say every bill of demonstration you happy with us, the president I mean well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Thank you very much for your contribution. This person. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and where you.
That's a better protest coming from the president. And you see, for this time you try on the sort of our independence day celebration. People go about speaking the fact. So that's the reason why he's doing like he's trying to say you were about it. He tell you when they are all of this. Everything I do have one is already in the week. But for me, I pray, I'm never going to pray for me, my family, and I. But I'm going to pray for our country together to say, but I comment that he will do. They are doing people more than what he created and he put it over the that ball. Like you got the crew man, like you people. But now, because I think no, our more than ever before. We have market women all protesting to say our time to keep it strong. So we should be all the faithful. There is no international contract that the king that they have. We see sorry when they are all 30 people. A lot of people are still low. There's a street with some of the make up people on the fire. And see what they're not touching also people that you see that they are in your cycle.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Let's go to the WhatsApp line and talk to this person, 401. Welcome to the show, Emmanuel.
Hey, Wendell, how you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show, Emmanuel. Let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, thank you so much for the program. I have a dissenting view when it comes to the orator speech.
Okay.
This orator is a well that Mr. Boaka, President Boaka, has been following all the laws of our country, that he can never one day make a post to condemn it. He's coming on now telling President Boaka about reconciliation. I take it to be like they're making a mockery out of Liberian because he's serving an orator. If you are so truthful to yourself as a patriotic Liberian, you need to speak out before coming to serve an orator. President Boaka has gone against everything in our country. When the President Boaka got to know that Liberian people are suffering, he was all over in the street. Everywhere he goes, in the campaign time, telling Liberian that President we did not know the solution. He has it. And today he's setting up a meeting, telling our vice president to spearhead. It's a mugger. He has commerce minister in Liberia that regulate every process in the country. Why can't you ask the commerce ministry? So is that now? You got to know. President Boaka need to be serious. We Liberians need to talk. If not, our country will go down the drain. It's not easy. The celebration that they are boasting with in this country, in America here, it was those that used to honor my President Weah. They had went all the way around to talk to people to come out for celebration so they walk and know that the country is peaceful. Everything is not rosy. But we did that because we love our country. We don't want to behave like them.
Okay.
That they were here honor my other leaders. So that's what I have to say this morning.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's come to take two more calls and we'll go and read out the comments. We running out of time. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Good afternoon, Winner.
Yeah, good afternoon. Edmund, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Let me say hi to the listener. You know, Boaka, I don't know, and you don't need Jesus Christ to come down from heaven and give you advice or give you some pep talk. Everybody that are coming around Boaka, they are reminding him and for his role, especially when you come to the opposition and this quote unquote reconciliation that you're always talking about. What kind of reconciliation? You always put it in all of your speeches that you did. But when you come to look, you're not practicing. No, you're not following anything called reconciliation. Okay? Look at the latest at the transfer ministry. How do I reconcile with you when I am unable to provide for my family? The best reconciliation that can ever be in the country is to reconcile with the opposition leaders in the country, and they will go down to the citizen and see how then you can have government of inclusion. When everybody at the top, you put it then down, quote unquote, that they were supporting CDC. You are destroy the legal sector of our country. You are destroyed everywhere. But every time you come out to speak, you talk about reconciliation. What kind of reconciliation? That was charade.
Okay.
So, you know, corruption. Corruption is everywhere. The speaker just came to validate our argument.
Okay.
We told you that suspension is not fighting corruption. No. Go after them and persecute them so that it will serve as a deterrent to other people. You didn't do so. Then you can't appoint Vice President should have been this official under your committee, Mr. President. He doesn't want to be the chairman. Then the economic management team here and the government will know that it is a charade. Nothing is going to come out of it. But you should have made him as the official to that particular committee.
Okay.
The financial management team should be able to tell you, saying you don't know what is happening in the country. But nothing is going to come out of it. It's going to be another committee with all resolve. Like people, not praise ourselves.
Okay.
It's going to continue to be difficult for us. He has no clue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edmund. Let's talk to Mahelina. Mahelina, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Wendell.
How is your health now, Mahelina?
Wendell? Yeah, but I just want to small, but in an army.
Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
No weapon shall fashion against him shall prosper.
Amen.
Wendell, this country, go Douala. Go see the people. Buyers are not nowhere, only sellers. All those people you saw are coming from the hospitals. Then police beating people on the streets. This kind of thing are going on. What time Baka got to know say in the country? And that what you came for? That what you wanted? That what you say you want run for? All the time you know that just a few days you see Toto, the auditors there. Oh, do nothing. All the things that are going on, they just said it, so the international community will take it. They're thinking that the international community not looking at things that are going on here. To make be sure they eating the money and money safe. We hungry, we don't have food to eat. The first thing he said that the bread butter issue. That's why people carry him for. So they look at us, look at the country. He enjoying. See here, woman. They putting money in budget. For anniversary for 26 days. All that one. Where it go? The first money where suffering us in a country. Oh, he came to kill us. He came to kill us. He can rescue. I'm not quite rescue. Look at 16 times. We are time. When they say 16 coming, 26 coming, but still, he not money. Still, 26. We have our 26. People from abroad, they give us 26. Well, we are weak ways. And the people in abroad, we the old man then. Us 26. Look at disabled people. What you do for them? We are telling you know how many rights and things they used to get? How much they used to get? Look, these people just come to enrich themselves.
Okay.
They're not here for us. I thank you. I want to tell that girl that across there in the diaspora, tell her, say, my Helena, say, thank you for the money you sent her. It did plenty of things for her. That God bless you and continue to bless you to do more and more and give you long life in your family and to the working place. Thank you, Wendell. God bless you.
Thank you, Mahelina. Let's get to the comments. We ain't got much time, so let's take a few comments and then We leave from here at 12:30. So let me get to the comments quickly. All right. So, folks, that's it. You'll keep playing the Win Liberia cash giveaway. I'm coming back shortly to pay out to you $5,000 or $10,000. Button phone users, you're playing with 100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents US. *255*1#. Smartphone users, *255*1 double hash. Put your $100 in or your 50 cents US, and then you win from $5,000 to $10,000 on this beautiful Monday. So let me get to the comments and be right back. Okay, let's begin. Hey, come on from here, man. Let's begin. Let's go from here. Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm watching you from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update information to our country, Mama Liberia. Gate Harris Gate says, I'm watching you from my Visual Media Incorporated office in Dole Community. Smiling Bote Pass, good morning, Wendell. Good morning to you. Abraham and Addison says, good morning, guys. Following you from Caldwell. Clarence Dwyer says, good morning, big brother Wendell. Clarence Dwyer is President Bouaka trying to tell the people of Liberia that he is not aware of the economic crisis in the country. And Tony Blapo Kofa says, good morning. I'm following from California. Prince Sopa says, I want to be reporting for you guys from River G County. That would be good. All right. I got your number. I'll give you a call. All right. It's good that you posted your number. I work at Radio G 90.2, one of the biggest stations in the county. My numbers. Thank you. I got your number. I'll give you a call right after the show. And Kazu Zubawu says, I am watching you from Grand Bassa. Barbara Rose Stanford, good morning. I'm watching you from my new residence in Taylor Mayor Compound, Caldwell, not in Brooklyn, New York. Thanks for the information to our country. Hey, Barbara, welcome to Liberia. Bobby Jadia says, good afternoon, my family, my Freedom FM family. I'm watching you from Saytown residence this afternoon. Vinicius Jr. Bar watching from Newcretown. Rachel Johnson, those corrupt politicians and their supporters will fight and insult anyone who is not part of their corruption and want to make a difference in Liberia. The person who is not part of their corruption is the only one who can audit them. Rachel Johnson, oh wow, now the orator is being blamed for speaking now. My family Junior says, good afternoon. I'm watching you from Bombing County. So far, so good. Those are all the comments. Let's get back and we can take maybe just one call and then we go home. So let me take this person. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Superstar Sabu Rasta.
Yeah, but when you're the family man, brother, man.
I left my family good. Everybody okay.
How was your season, brother, when you're
my season was great, my man. I spent my season all day home with my grandkids. That's what I did.
My own very bad woman when you're very bad woman. About the only thing that happened, well, let me say this, brother, Jehovah God has his own way of doing things. That's why he said, in anything, brother, when everybody is leaving with me, I don't want to get revenge for people. Look, when my woman told me something, wow, coming up. You get me, brother Munel?
We are listening. You just have to be brief. We're running out of time, Sabu Rasta.
Okay, let me go quickly to the issue. God has his own way of doing things, right? But I believe that committee that Bouaka set up, that committee is going for WIA. That committee is going for WIA. Because how will you say you get 42 years and you got to get that WIA? You talk all out of wealth for WIA. Yesterday, everything that was WIA. We didn't know this. We didn't do this. We have gone. We have to. So I believe that committee right now is going for WIA because WIA was the problem. You said you have 42 years that everything was WIA. So you can't even to set up committee by Jeremiah. Just go for WIA one time because just that WIA was the problem. WIA should go and WIA go. So why the problem say you're not doing a committee? So you see, bro, is that for the whole people? Everything that happened in the darkness, we will expose them. I will continue to expose them because there is lot to elaborate people. They don't get nothing to show up. Now I may say, what I become president, but I will not see
Okay.
Yeah, he said that, my man, thank you for having me, man. Thank you. God will continue to be there. That I will see it. So we'll make the rest. So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Let me squeeze in this person so we can go home with this caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nina.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, our very last caller. So let's hear you quickly. No time. Yeah, our very last caller. Somebody took you off. Oh my God, somebody took you off. But let's take this person as our last caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Wendell.
Good afternoon. No time. Make your point quickly.
Yeah, okay. Let me say hi to your co-host in that from Peter David Council. I call from under the street in Rod Johnson.
Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Wendell, I think the guys from the Unity Party, including the president, they need to be ready and emancipate themselves from mental slavery.
Mm-hmm.
How will you attribute a July 26th celebration to an achievement? During the war, at the time we never have president, we're in a very refugee camp, we're celebrating an July 26th. And these are the first time every July 26th from any time up to today. And those brothers and sisters in the diaspora can celebrate it in every holiday also. So these guys need to honor and they need to be educated. And finally, it is good that Joseph Boakai has acknowledged the fact that our economy is in total shambles. And they need to find solution. And the solution, again, you make a great mistake. You are discussing the economy of Liberia, then you are appointing the vice president to spearhead.
Okay.
What economic background does the vice president have? You are your fiscal and your monetary policy maker. And you telling other funds not qualified?
Okay.
Or the central bank government is not qualified? So these guys really need to start scheming on the Liberian people and face the reality to reboot our economy, to emancipate our people from the anti poverty. Because send this God back into power.
Okay.
Every sector has totally disintegrated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And we're not taking any more calls because of time. We have to go home. And so I want to say thanks to all of you for being a part of this edition of the show from the Print News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba & Sons Incorporated. My name is Wendell Nimna. Thanks for listening.